It's right there. It's right in there. It's my dinner. Go get it. Get it. Get it.
Hello and good morning, my fellow trucketeers. The devil is everyone. Today is Monday, the 13th of June. That's right, Monday. Just started my shift, and I actually started yesterday on the Sunday about noon. And headed up here to Nottingham, spent the night here, and now I'm heading to my drop, which is literally 10 minutes around the corner. Delivering to Boots in Nottingham, which was fun. So yeah, I travelled up midday yesterday. Got here about 4:45, I think, by the time I parked up and finished mucking around with stuff. And I went for a little walk around, done like just over 6 kilometres, which is loads. So I actually walked around the delivery site, which is fair enough. And then had something to eat, played some games, and went to sleep. Here we are, Monday morning, 10 minutes from our delivery. Ideal. I'll have to do this, we've got to go collect something from somewhere and then deliver that down in the pool. I can't remember what it is, so I'm collecting. Yeah, fun times. They got a tramway here in Nottingham as well. It's been a long time since I've been to somewhere that has a tramway. So I thought, why is there railway tracks just here? It's like, oh, it's a tram. Right, both these lanes can go right, so I'm just going to straddle both of them, because why not? To be honest, I probably want to be in the right hand lane anyway, because I need to turn right after this turning. Not straight away, but eventually. Yeah, so anyway, in case none of you didn't see my posts however many weeks ago, as of the 11th of June, I became a granddad. Yeah. Elaine's youngest daughter gave birth to young Albert, or Albie as we're going to call him, pretty much. Yeah. If you want to know how you stay young and youthful like this as a granddad, you get with an older lady who already has children, and yeah. I'm not a dad, but I'm a granddad. Yeah. Funny that. I mean, technically I'm a dad, so yeah. She gave birth via C-section, unfortunately. Can't remember what it was now, 5 pounds 9 ounces or something like that. Quite small. He was about 3 weeks early. Or 2. Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks early, something like that. But mother and baby all doing well. I think they're actually coming home today, but I'm not going to see him until Friday, so yeah. Popped in the hospital to go see him on the Sunday on the Saturday afterwards. And yeah, nice to hold the little fella. So yeah, I'm Jono from Truckin Around with Jono, and I'm a granddad. Oh dear. Yeah, well chuffed. Yeah, should be good. Can't wait to the weekend to go see him and then go do some more work on the shed. Be good. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there for a minute because we're still 10 minutes, so I don't want to make this section too long, so I'll see you in about 5 minutes. Nearly there. We've got to come off at this turning on the other side of the road, so I've got to go down, loop round, come back, and in there, apparently. Yeah, this Boots here is a big old place. I walked around all the grounds, plus a little bit extra. Walked on the canal here as well, which was lovely. Do like to walk around the canals. Taking the scenery and all that, where you can. Excuse me. I know I'm yawning, I woke up like an hour ago. Should be awake now. Well. I'll have something to eat when I'm here. Because I assume I'm going to be back in on a bay. So I might be sat there for a little bit, so give me time to have some food anyway. So my booking time is 8 o'clock, I'm due there at 10 too, so ideal. Reason I left yesterday on the Sunday is because well, it means I didn't have to wake up at like 1 this morning. Well, it probably would have been 1, maybe 2. But there's always a risk of hitting traffic as well, so just a safer bet than leaving on a Sunday night. Never expects us to sort of do these things. Here we got to go out Sunday night anyway, so he said he had someone else to ask if I couldn't do it, but I said, no, I can do it, it's not a problem. Unfortunately, all the wood I ordered for my shed to start building the furniture was delivered late on Saturday, so I couldn't actually do anything, which was really frustrating. You know, usually when I order stuff for a Saturday, building materials and whatever, normally it comes relatively early because it's usually between 7 and 7. You pay £5 for the privilege for a Saturday delivery. But yeah, it didn't turn up till what, 5:30 in the afternoon. So it's like, well, can't do nothing with that now. Never mind. So yeah, a weekend wasted. Of course, I was expecting it to turn up early so I could at least get something done, because I knew I was working yesterday. But it never happened, so I'll have to do it all the following weekend, next weekend, the coming weekend. We'll get it done though. I'll start putting all my stuff in there then, and then get rid of that caravan and have a bit more room in the outbuilding that we essentially use as a pantry. Yeah, said Parson. Go to the pantry there and go get us some pasta. Yeah. Alright, it should be straight down here now. Oh no, I've got to go and turn left and then, yeah. Yeah, so I drove in here yesterday. I sort of thought, right, I'll drive directly to the customer and then I'll see if there's anywhere I can stop. So then I drove past that little estate I was on. I was like, I wonder if I could stop in there. So I drove in and there's like brakes in the double yellows. So I was like, that'll do. Just big enough to fit my truck in. Nope. Let me go, yeah, good man. Guess that. Alright, dead ahead. I better go and see what the score is and get on bay and unload, I guess. Then figure out where I'm going afterwards. Which lane do I go in? Either or both? I don't know. I know, just the one. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, this is done. We're in and out. Within an hour, pretty much. They were on it. I like that. Wish everywhere's like that. I literally, you go in there, they give you go into the office, park up, go to the office, gives you a little mobile phone thing, which then tells you where to go and what bay. I sat in the loading bit, well, in the parking bit for like 5-10 minutes, and then they sent me the message through, and then I need to go that way, don't I? And then yeah, you travel to the loading bay in the area, you get on bay, hand the stuff in, and literally as I was climbing back in the truck, the light went red and they started unloading me. 23 pallets off, and I'm free to go. And the little phone thing back in at the gatehouse on the way out, and off you go. So yeah, ideal. So now I've got to ring my boss up to now find out where I'm going exactly, because I can't remember where he said it was now, and I haven't got any other details, so yeah. I'll ring him up and find out what I need to know, and off we go, I guess. to wherever it is, whatever fantastic place we're going to. Hi, hello ladies and gentlemen. We are now back near our collection. We are in Beckingham. Beckingham? Something like that. Yeah. Somewhere I'd imagine David Beckham to live. It's like, this is my name, I'm gonna live here. Probably not. But yeah, so we're there. We're going to near where I had a wood collection. It's like the place next door, and we're gonna go and collect some silicon carbide. Oh, sorry, that happens every time I say silicon carbide. Whew. This is the sort of stuff that they use to mould the. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. They use silicon carbide for the brakes and the clutch pack on the Porsche Carrera GT. I presume they use it for much more modern cars than that as well. But yeah, I've got to stop saying that because otherwise this video is going to become X-rated. So I've got to collect it from here and take it all the way down the pool. Which I don't know if I'm going to get there today because it's now... Well, it's going to be 12 o'clock by the time I've left there, let's say that. So I'm going to get to the place too late to deliver it because it's going to be at least a 6-hour drive from here, I would have thought. So it's probably going to be for delivery tomorrow. Yeah. But yeah, the wood place next to it, they refused me because I was 4 minutes late or whatever it was. I can't remember if I filmed that or not. But yeah, I had a collection. My boss rang up and said I'm going to be there at 4:10. They're like, cut off 4 o'clock. It was just fair enough. You know, I made up some good time. I went for hell for leather, and I literally pulled up at 4:03 and got in there by 4:04. Mate was like, nope, 7 o'clock tomorrow. I was like, oh great, yeah, that's right. I'll just sit around for like 15 hours then, that's fine. No, you can go now, pal, because I mean, if you don't, you're going to have to reverse up because there's no way I'm going to get past you there. There we go. Yeah, so that wasted some time that day, but it is what it is. I understand they have a cut off, but you know, if I'd turned up like 4 minutes earlier, they would have let me in. It would have still taken an hour to load regardless. So I don't see why 4 minutes makes much of a difference, but bit frustrating, that's all. But I'm going to a place next door there today to go collect this material, which I'm not going to say the name of. Oh, really stuffy now. Woke up this morning not too bad, now I'm like really bugged up. Damn you, hay fever. I'd rather rob salt of my eyeballs than have hay fever. Really would. It's such a pain. I was really bad with it Thursday last week, to the extent where I did think about filming, and then I quickly sort of thought, nope, not going to happen, because my face just kept leaking, my eyes were itchy, kept sneezing all the time. Literally by the Friday, it felt like I'd run a marathon the day before. It was horrible. It's amazing how much sneezing all day long takes it out of you. It really does. Surprisingly, I didn't have much pain in my chest. Normally, sometimes when I sneeze that much, I get quite a sore chest from all the tensing up all the time. That didn't happen, which was nice. But yeah, I was just tired, absolutely exhausted. To the extent I got back on a Friday, my boss was like, "Clean the truck." I'm like, "Can I not? I'm buggered. I want to go home." And he was like, "Yeah, that's fine." I'll try and wash it this weekend if I can, but I can't see it happening because I need to finish early this Friday because my mate's coming over to do the electrics in my shed. He was supposed to do it this Saturday, but couldn't because family things, which is fine, absolutely fine. So he sort of said we'd be able to get a Friday off or something. I said, well, I could try. So I can't get this Friday off because I'm doing other stuff, but my boss said he'll be able to run me in early, so one of the youngest daughter will be in, hopefully, if she's back from hospital, and he's let me go, good man, and she'll let him in to do what he needs to do, and then I'll turn up and give him a hand with it, because he's still got to run the wire from the shed to the man cave. He's going to tether off with that. Thank you very much, Mr. Darren Clark. Good man. TWL, that's where I'm going. Just got to find out where their goods in is, I guess, or goods out, or whatever. And go shout at someone and say, "Oi, I want things, put it on my trailer." All traffic. Righto. Let's just say no entry. Okay, can't go in that way. Visiting, parking and reception. Yeah, I'm not going that way. HGV's report to Weybridge. Okay, we'll do. We'll squeeze down this little lane here. Probably bigger than some of the farm tracks that go down. Right, where is the Weybridge? Oh, is that it? Do I have to loop around here then? I'm going to gather so. Oh, look at that. Nice little river. I say little, it's huge. All drivers must report here. What, do I go on the Weybridge first then? Go on the Weybridge first and then I'll speak to someone. I need high vis and boots, that's it. Cool. Happy with that. I am really not straight. I'll have to back up on this one. And then we'll drive up that ramp. Right, let's go get loaded. Right, we're on the Weybridge now. I'll see you in a bit. You got to do the straps somewhat tight, but not overly tight that you rip the bags. So you got to be cautious of that. Right, there we go. We're all loaded. Back on the weighbridge. So we weigh a total of 41 tons, 660 kilos, or 41,660 kilos. So if you're not sure how a weighbridge works, what they do, cheers. What they do is they weigh you empty, so they get your empty weight, which mine is 15,720, so 15 tons, 720 kilos. And then they weigh you full, which I was 41,660. Yeah, I've got my paperwork in my hand, but I'm still on their site, so shh. So then what they do is they obviously work out the difference, which is 25,940, which is the weight of my goods. So that's how they work at weighbridge, if you're not sure. So they weigh you empty, weigh you full, and then that works out the difference. Or again, if you're delivering somewhere, they weigh you full, then they weigh you empty, and again, that works out the difference. So, right, so I've got to head on down the pool with this. So I've got to plumb the old sat nav in, which I will do right now. Actually, I'll just stop it for a second. I'm sure that'll be alright. Again, still on private ground, so who cares? Alright. I've been to this site before because I went to the wrong gate. I think I might have filmed it actually. Can't remember. Alright, that's how plumbed in. So it's 21 pallets we got on there, 1,200 kilos each. Oh, so I'll put it in gear. Come on, John. Alright. Go 190 miles away. That's in a dead straight line though, that's not following the road system. Load down. Alright, we are, well, when it works it out, I'll tell you how far away we are. I'll gather it's going to take me down the M1 and potentially the A43 and A34 maybe, or it's going to take me right down to the M25 and around that and down the M3. And that's what I reckon it will do. Either way, I'm not going to get there today, I don't think, because I've got 2 hours and 10 minutes driving, so I could potentially make it driving time, but they'll be closed by the time I get there, I reckon. So I don't think they're a 24-hour operation. They might be. You never know. Yeah. All this greenery. It's lovely, but don't have to play havoc with me. Come on, sat nav, in your own time. I need to try and swap my sat nav for my dad's elite one. See if he notices. Route does not comply with your vehicle profile. Well, no, that won't because of where I am right now. Yeah, A43, A34, M1, A43, A34. That's what it's taking me. 5 hours, 21 minutes. I'm going to get there at 5:30. I'm not going to make it at 5:30 because I need a break. So, gone 6 o'clock I'll be there, which I can't see them being open at that time. So it might be a case of parking up somewhere near Ringwood and then going in the morning. But I'll drive down as far as I can, I'll have a break, and when I'm there I'll check, see how long it takes to get there or what time they open and close, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, we're gonna head south now, so I'll see you later. Bye for now. Cheerio. Ta-ta. Ta-ra, ta-ra. Right, so here we are on the A31, just heading down towards Ringwood. We're gonna head off to car park there to do a trailer swap with someone. Depending on what time they get there, I might be spending the night in the car park, or I might be heading up as far as I can. So still got, I'm on 7 hours 16 driving, 7 hours 20 by the time I get there, so I'm still going to have like an hour and 40 minutes on a 9, or 2 hours 40 minutes on a 10. But I can work until 10:15 tonight, so I could get quite far up. So I'm not actually delivering this silicon car, but someone else is taking it. So I'm doing a trailer swap and then going up to Milton Keynes, and then I'm off to a farm in Cambridgeshire, I think. Question mark. spuds to bring back down this way. So I won't be bringing them down until Wednesday. Well, I'll be bringing them down as far as I can tomorrow, but I won't be actually delivering them until Wednesday. But yeah, so we've got a fun-filled, action-packed day tomorrow. So I don't know whether I'm going to be stopped by slow down. I'm overrunning a little bit up to 60. Yeah, so I don't know where this delivery I'm taking it, or where it's going. We'll soon find out in a bit. I'll find our other driver, do the old switcheroonie with him. Height to 4.5 meters because this is a taller trailer. We've got one of R&R. I've got one of R&R's trailers actually. So it's a little bit taller than ours. Ours are all 4.2. So I've dropped our other trailer off there. Literally, I went to go speak to Pete, who's parked up at the moment, and let's just have done that. Jason pulled up, so I don't have to wait long for my trailer at all. So it's only like 6:15, so I'm going to crack on up the road for a couple of hours or an hour and a half or something. So get at least part way there. I might even stop at Camberley. I should be able to make Camberley. There's Jason there, look. And a little toot on the way out. See you later. I don't want to pull it too hard because there's other truckers there that are not sleeping yet, I would have thought, because it's only 6 o'clock, but you never know. Didn't quite work, did it? Yeah, so there's no point me sitting here when I could get on a little bit further up tonight, because it means I can have a bit more of a lay-in and then crack on a bit tomorrow. So I'm gonna aim for Camberley. I think that's gonna be the plan for tonight. So we get to Camberley and stop there tonight in the little industrial estate I like. If not, there's other places I can stop nearby. I could even stop at Basingstoke. There's a nice little lay-by just out from there. I might head for that. The sat-nav's taking me up the M3 along the M25 and up the M1 that way, which, to be fair, is a perfectly good way to go to Milton Keynes from here. Makes sense to me anyway. So we've only got 9 pallets on. We're very, very light because it's only like wire stuff. So like the place we collect from makes like calendar and like gift card racking and stuff like that. So it's all very, very light stuff. Literally, you can move it by hand. So it's probably not even a ton on with the 9 pallets I've got on. Most of the weight's made up by the pallets themselves, I think. So we're going to move on up the road as far as we can tonight, or as far as I feel like. Stop, get a reasonable start on tomorrow. I'll have a look for the customer we're going to, see what time they open, and then aim to get there first thing in the morning. Get that tipped off, get off to the farm, get loaded up with spuds, and then get back down here as far as we can. We'll even get as far as this tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to carry on up. I'll see you in the morning. Yeah, I'll get as far as I can, and I'll see you in the morning. So yeah, good night for now, I guess. So I parked up in Camberley for the night because why not? It'll do. Decided to go for a little walk because it's a lovely evening. Why not? Just go for a little jolly around. Yeah, beautiful. So, stopped in the usual spot, and there's a little path that runs down to a little lane or something, and it runs out to this field. So, go for a little walk, get some exercise in, you know, get rid of the old podge. Fun times. I think we've got about 2 kilometres now, so didn't walk quite as far as yesterday. Right, see you tomorrow. I'll probably bring you in near the customer, so yeah. Good night. Hello and good morning. We are in Milton, Kanye West. Sorry, Milton Keynes. Yeah. Oh, I can't believe I just said his name on my video. Ugh. Yeah, so it is now 8:38. Oh, 8:38 even, I should say. So, just gone 8:30. That would have made more sense. Yeah. Not too bad. Woke up at 6 this morning, got to move on at 6:30. Or, well, 7:15 by the time I'd done my checks. Oh, pardon me. That was me breakfast. I stopped off at Truckin services to use the facilities, as they say. And what is it with service stations that they use the cheapest single ply 320 wet and dry sandpaper for toilet paper? It's bloody horrible. Surely you use twice as much of it because you need to than if you just had like double ply or something. Ridiculous. It's stuff we have to put up with. You end up sanding your old ring piece down. It's not very comfortable. Sorry if you're eating dinner right now. Yeah, so went and done that, got some breakfast, carried on up here. And literally just as I've entered Milton Keynes, Sam K has just left Milton Keynes, but I've entered through the top and he's left through the bottom. Make of that what you will. So we didn't cross paths this morning. Never mind. I've got all these people right on my inside now. Oh good, that car was going round, that's right. The problem is, this roundabout's so big, I can't see the cars until the last minute, and then I'm practically pulling out on someone. It's quite a tall roundabout. That's the only problem. Roundabouts should be really low, so you can see everything coming from like the other directions, because I don't need to just see the vehicles on my right hand side, I need to see them coming from in front of me as well. Yeah. Anyway, we're right by my customer, so we're going to go and drop these off. I don't think it's the same customer I went to before when I came here, but I think it's literally opposite them. Because the last time I came here, it was a collection for the furniture place we go to, and today it's not that, it's an artsy place, so I assume these are like racks to hold brochures or whatever, gift cards or calendars or something. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it looks like it's dead opposite. I don't know where it's going to go, whether it goes in through the front of their building or whether it goes in through the back, I don't know. Either way, it's 9 pallets worth, so hopefully they got a forklift. If not, it's not a big issue because it's not exactly heavy stuff. It wouldn't take long to handball it off. It just depends who's there. There'll probably be some like 74-year-old lady that's got arthritis or something. I'll give you a hand. No, it's fine. I'll do it myself. Oh, you're going to indicate off now, are you? Indicate at the last minute. Well done. Not that I could have got it in time anyway, because the Tesla put his foot down. Damn you Tesla drivers. Alright, I'm going to go on a whim here, and I'm going to go to where I think is their back door, because where the front is technically could be a little tight to get down there. I don't know. I could pull up here and just have a wander down and look, but that'd make far too much sense. Yeah, because there's no way there's going to be any sort of forklift or anything, and I'm going to struggle to get in and out of there. So come on, people. What are you doing, truck? You coming out, or are you staying there, or what? Oh, pardon me again. Burping away. Yeah, I'm not allowed in there. 5-ton vehicles only. So I'll have to go down here then. You doing, car? Go on, if you're gonna go. Right, so it's gonna be one of these units, I think. You just keep coming, buddy. My trailer's cutting in there, you know. Huh. Unreal. I'll just drive towards the trailer that's coming towards me. Right, I don't know what this unit is. 28. Is there a 28 down there? Oh. Got 78 and 80. That's a bit too high. 44, 42. I don't know if it's down there. I'll be down the first one. Google Maps, you may have failed me. Nah, we'll figure it out. Can't be that difficult. Just might have to turn around down there somewhere. Or reverse all the way out. Okay, they've got fencing all around there now. That's not handy. Right, if it's down here, it's going to be this end one, isn't it? But it could be wrong. Right. I don't think this is it. Right, when I figure it out, I'll see you in a bit. Alright. We finally found them. It was the couple of turnings before I needed, not the one I went down. There's these great big things at the start of each of these lanes called, what are they called? Called signs, that's it. And what are you doing, Carl? You're sat right in my way. Stay there, I'm just going to keep coming back at you. Are you going to turn in there? Keep turning, keep turning. Yeah, you're still kind of in my way there, buddy. Make some sort of effort to get out of the way, maybe. So I need to get around the car that's parked up there. That's it. Go for it. You've got loads of room to move. Yeah. Yeah, there's these great big things called signs, and they actually tell you what unit numbers are down where. So I went on what my hunch was with Google Maps, and it turned out to be wrong, so I had to reverse out that road. Luckily there was enough room to spin round at one bit, so I spun round, come out, but now I'm here. Now I've got to back all the way down here. Well, I should be able to turn into this road here. Oh, dust. We got them 9 pallets off. A mate in the Volvo in front, very nice old chap. I had a good old nat with him. He went to he had his truck at a show this weekend, so, or weekend just gone. So he was at that. So his truck's all nice and shiny. Lovely old Volvo, 2008. So it's not the oldest, but kept in good shape. And I'm going to reverse into that bit there. What's this car going? Lamppost there, is there? Because if not, I'm going to hit it. No, it's not. Oh wow, I screwed that up, didn't I? Try that again, John. Because there's a car impatiently waiting. I'm showing myself up now in front of the old boy. That's it, we got the angle of the dangle now. is I can't get too close to the curb on this side because there's a van sticking out just inside there. I don't know. Go clipping in. That's better. Sometimes you just got to take a second or third bite at it. There we go. Right, so now we've done that, got them 9 pallets off nice and easy, we now got to head on out to Cambridge. And go collect some spuds, as you do. So I'm going to go head on out there, do that. It'll probably help if I plumb it into the sat nav, which I'll do right now. And then we'll go get them. Shouldn't be too difficult really. And then they got to go all the way down to somewhere. Ferndown, I think, somewhere around that way. Yeah, so we'll do that. Right, here we are. We are just north of Cambridge. It's River Cam apparently, going over. Nice little bridge. Oh, it's like a canal, rivery canal thingy majiggy. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, we're not too far from the farm we're collecting the spuds from. Do like spuds. Yeah, never been round here before. Bit of a rough road this one, it's not too bad, but definitely been on worse, but it'll be a bit smoother. Never mind. Lost for words, don't know what to say really. Here, watch me drive to this place. Now the sat nav's putting it a little bit further from where I believe the farm to be, so theoretically when I turn right on this road and I get to the end of it, directly in front of me is the farm, I think. So we're going to turn up here and find out in a bit, I guess. Not this one. Next one. I mean, there's definitely farms around here. Can't deny that. I don't know how many I'm collecting. I assume it's a full load. I don't know whether it's boxes or bags I'm collecting. Well, I guess we'll find out in a bit. Alright. This looks like a tight little corner to make. It wasn't that bad. Oh, I did need to take the swing though. Alright. So this could be it directly in front of me now. I guess. I want to say it is anyway. Oh, it's got boxes, so I assume it's in this one then. So I'm going to go in here and then I'm going to see if I can find someone and figure out if this is the right place. It's the correct name. Alright, I'm going to find someone, hopefully get loaded. We'll go from there, I guess. So I'll see you in a bit. It's a nice Vulture tractor there. Cheers! That's us fully loaded with spuds to go back down to Wimborne. So we've got a full 24 pallets on. Cool, we're heavy. So about 24 tonne of spuds roughly. I think it's about a tonne a pallet roughly. So yeah. Oof. They don't usually load on too much than that. Much more than that. If I count the bag, I'll be able to. Well, yeah, he's got it written on the ticket here, 24 pallets. But they're usually about a tonne each, the pallets, when they do the taters, so about 24 tonne. So it's going to take us 3 hours and 42 minutes to get to Wimborne. I should have clear driving time because it took about half hour till someone turned up, so my driving time's cleared anyway, which is good. So now we're going to head on back down south. I could get them off today. I don't think I'll get them off today. It all depends what time they're there still, but I assume I can get there. If not, I can probably park in their yard for the night. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. Mind you, I'll be blocking all their trucks in the morning, so probably not the best idea, but I'll ring my boss, see what he says. He knows the ins and outs of how they work, so we'll do that. Yep, driving time's cleared. All good. I thought it was. Alright, back down south. I'll see you a little bit later when we get these off. Hopefully today. Yay. Get these off today, I might even have enough time to get back home and go home. I doubt it, I'll probably have to run somewhere else, but we'll have a try. So we're down at Fleet Services. I've just fueled up because I need a fuel. My fuel light wasn't quite on. I don't think it would have been far until it was. Yeah, I just had to put 550 litres in her. She's a fair old tank, and yeah, fuel prices are getting ridiculous. £1,128 that comes to. Obviously we don't pay that because of fuel cards, you get a discounted price, but still, that's ridiculous. You know, just imagine if you started out but you didn't have a fuel card yet or something, you have to pay that full price. That's a lot of money in one go. And you think I probably have to foot top up 2 or 3 times a week sometimes. Not quite that much. You know, I'll probably burn a good 1,000 litres in a week. Crazy, isn't it? Anyway, on to Wimborne. Right, here we are down in, not Ferndown. I said Ferndown earlier, didn't I? Not Ferndown, Verwood. I got my 2 places mixed up. Yeah, Verwood. So we're just north of Verwood, or something like that. So we're just going to carry on towards this place, this customer, who we're doing these spuds for. We do a little bit of work for these guys here and there. Go get them off, back to the yard, go pick up a flatbed trailer. Ready for tomorrow. So I might actually film tomorrow and Thursday as well. Ooh, excuse me. Because, why not? But not in this video. This video is going to be cut after I do this delivery. And then I'll bring you in tomorrow in the next video. So yeah. So if you want to see what I'm doing tomorrow, tune into my video next week. Next Monday at 6 PM. Plug, plug, plug. Gotta be done, innit? Here we are. Quite heavy. Like I said, I don't think I was heavy as I was. I felt I was a little bit heavier yesterday bringing the no, I'm not going to say it. The stuff down from near Gainsborough to Ringwood for the trailer swap. I think I was about a ton heavier with that, but still, it does feel heavy. I don't know. I think it's because it's probably, you know, the other stuff was heavier, but you know, I don't want to hit your back end, mate. But this stuff's taller, so the weight's ever so slightly different in the trailer. It sits higher up, so it makes the trailer sort of wobble a bit more. So when I was heading up the road from Verwood, I hit a bump and the trailer didn't half wiggle around after I hit the bump, just because of the poor roads around here. Most of them aren't too bad, but there was just a bit of a dip there, and I saw the truck dip down one side, and then obviously the cab then straightens up, and then the trailer goes down, and it sort of wiggles around, pulls you around a bit. Yeah, you got to be awake sometimes driving these things, especially when you're heavy, because the inertia of the weight of it, it just, yeah, it can pull you over if you're not careful. Oh, it's a bit narrow there. I can't just suddenly stop people. You're gonna wait there for me, Peugeot? Thank you. Welcome. I think last time I came here, I think I had to pick some stuff up from them. Don't know why. I think it might have been something they collected for us and that, and then I had to go collect it off of them. I don't know. Strange one anyway. I think they were just in an area and we just had something for them to collect. They collected it, took it back to their yard, and we collected back off them. But hey, that's how transport goes sometimes. Alright. Down this road here. Got quite a tall trailer this time, so I've got to be careful of the trees. I've not come down here with anything taller than our own trailers, which are generally... Have I come down here with the wall? No, I ain't come down here with the wall trailer. I've only come down here with ours, which are 4.2, and like I said, this is 4.5. So it's a good 30 centimetres taller. Or about a foot in old money. It's been nice and warm today. It's been like 22, 23, 24 degrees in places. So I've had the window shut and the old aircon on today. Just switch it on and off occasionally. So it gets a bit too cold if I just leave it on. Yeah, been nice. I'm gonna go all nice and hot and sweaty doing this now. Alright. Hopefully there's plenty of room there for me. My boss has rung ahead and told me I'll be here between 4 and 1/2 past, so hopefully there'll be no issues getting any of this off. I'm gonna hit the cones. Yep. We touched one of them. That's alright. Only just touched it with a wheel. Oh, one of their trucks is coming out. You coming this way, or you're just going to sit in the way, or what's going on? Oh, he's stopping there. That's right. I'll stop in this little lay-by bit and drop this car in. I'd rather that car not be there, because really I need the swing. I want the trailer to hit him. Right, I'll stop here. I'll see you in a bit. Brakes on this trailer. Righto, there we go. That's that one done. Done and dusted. That was nice and easy. It's a fun little reverse getting out there as well. I've done it a few times now, so I know what I'm doing. But first few times it's a bit difficult to get the angle right. So obviously you can't see nothing until you're sort of halfway around the corner, but once you sort of get used to the way the trailer pushes sometimes, it's not too bad. Oh, we got it done though. That's all good now, so I'm heading back to the yard now. Gonna go swap this for a flatbed trailer and then do some fencing tomorrow. Whether I'm staying at the yard or driving up to the fencing place, I'm not entirely sure yet. So I'm gonna get back with 8 hours 45 minutes driving at this rate. So I don't know if I'll quite make it actually. Might be a tall order because it's usually about an hour and a half from the yard to get there. So, oh dear. Oh, not that branch off. Whoopsie. Luckily it fell to the side into the ditch at the side of the road. Never mind. Not my issue. Not my problem. So you take me left out of here again. It always seems to want to take me left out of here when really I want to go right. So I'm going to go right anyway. Let it. Actually, no, sod it. We'll go left. I'm pretty sure I've been that way before and it's fine. Yeah. So I don't think I'll quite make the fence place. So I'll probably just go home tonight. It's not going to hurt, is it? Yeah. That's my day. It's done. You've seen me drive back to the yard a million times, so I don't need to really show you that. There's nothing more new and exciting that's going to happen. So we'll mosey on back and finish the day. So I'm going to leave the video here because there's not much more to show you. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you thought it was greatly entertaining. It probably was pretty boring as hell, but you know, as fun as watching someone drive a truck can be, I guess. It can't be that bad because I've watched people drive trucks before, so. Don't generally watch many of the other vloggers nowadays because, well, I do the job myself, don't I? So it's a bit difficult to keep on top of everyone that does it. Anyway, we'll leave the video here. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching and all that. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to sneeze. There we go. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. I see a lot of you aren't subscribed but watch it, so why not subscribe? It doesn't hurt, it doesn't cost anything. This, that and the other. Also hit the little bell icon for notifications and you can see when my videos are released. But if you don't want to do any of that, my videos are released at 6 PM on a Monday anyway, so you know where it is, you know where the stuff is, you know where it's going to come out, you know where to look, and who to search for. Yeah. Also, leave a comment. What's your favourite way of eating potatoes? Personally, my favourite is mash. I love mash. Mash all day long. Especially with a bit of cheese sometimes. Lovely. Or gravy. Mash with gravy. Can't beat it. I do like the old chips, and I do, you know, triple cooked chips especially, and various other things. But mash is definitely my favourite way of eating potatoes. Also, share my video with someone you think might like it, and I think that's it. Give me a follow on Facebook and Instagram. I turned the voice control off on my sat nav, and now it's coming up asking me for things. Cancel. It seems to have magically turned the voice control back on, which is really irritating. Yeah. So where was I? That distracted me. Yeah, follow me on my Facebook and Instagram, and also you can follow Cains Farm on Facebook as well. Not a lot gets posted on there, but you do occasionally see pictures. You can see some of the other trucks and whatever. So yeah. Once again, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy, look after yourselves, drive safely, and I'll see you in the next one, which will be tomorrow. Goodbyes. Tomorrow recording, not tomorrow watching. You know what I mean? Next week.